Hello my bookish friends, welcome or welcome back. My name is Elizabeth. This is Reading Riley, where we like to read Riley, not take ourselves too seriously, and have some fun with books. Today we're doing the Summerween book tag. And it'll be sweet, oh so sweet, when you read Riley. Okay, so I'm going to do my best. Some of these questions are really hard, but let me just tell you off the bat, this book tag was created by Colleen at Little Ghost Creations. I'm going to link her in all the places. And it's in association with the Summerween Readathon hosted by Gabby Reads and Olivia Reads a Latte. So if you're interested, it's the first week of July that the Summerween Readathon starts. It's surrounding thriller and horror reads. So if you're interested in that, go check out Gabby's page. Again, I'll link them, in the places. I'll be coming out with my TBR pretty soon. And sorry, my lighting is weird. The clouds keep covering the sun, so. Also, say you're from the South without saying you're from the South. Let's get started, shall we? It's been a minute since I've looked at these questions, so I'm just going to kind of be winging it. Number one, what spooky reads are you most excited about in your TBR list right now? So right now, Survive the Night comes out on Tuesday, so yes, that's absolutely going to be part of my Summerween Readathon. Oh, The Therapist by B.A. Paris. Absolutely looking forward to that. I think that comes out in July. Another one is Winter People by Jennifer McMahon. And then The Cabin at the End of the World by Paul Tremblay, which I have started already. And also Local Woman Missing I'm currently reading, which so far so good. Really into that. Number two, what is your favorite revenge novel? And for this, I do know these are my thriller horror section right here. So we'll be choosing through these. The Only Good Indians, Stephen Graham Jones. This book is exactly that. It's a revenge novel, but not the type that you would assume. It follows 4 Blackfeet men. It has to do with more of like a spirituality type thing. It's got like a Native American folklore type of theme to it. So, and it's just killer. Number 3. What's a horror or thriller / crime book you wish you could experience again for the first time? Oh man. Oh man. I think for this, I'm going to say either Dark Places by Gillian Flynn, because I loved this. Love her writing. Love everything she does. Or, Behind Closed Doors by B.A. Paris. Love this novel. I thought the ending was amazing. I loved the message that this had. As far as a domestic thriller, it sticks with me. It's one of the first ones I really read and fell in love with. So yeah, absolutely love this book. Number 4, Sucks to Suck. You were just given a handful of your least favorite candy. The one not even your siblings or friends will trade for. What candy is it, and what spooky book did you want to love that disappointed you? Okay, this one's easy. So my least favorite candy is Yellow Anything. Yellow Anything Banana Runts. I like banana flavored, any artificial banana flavor. I like bananas, but not artificial flavor. Yellow Starburst, which I don't mind lemon flavored stuff, but if I get a Yellow Starburst, I'm not happy what I could have had. Any of the other colors. And what book was I disappointed in that I really wanted to love? And that's an easy one. And that is If I Disappeared. I think that's what it's called, by Eliza Jane Brazier. And man, I was so excited for that book. Oh, I was so excited for it. I think it came out in January. And it had all of the tropes that seemed like it was just made for me. You know, when you find a book that you're like, this is made for me. Like every single thing that I love is in this, and there's no way I'm gonna hate this. But I did. I hated it. It felt like it was made for me by someone who did not know anything about the things that made it made for me. Like it didn't add up. It's about a true crime obsessed woman who thinks that her favorite true crime podcast host is in danger and extracts the clues from her show and finds out where she lives and goes to hunt her down to make sure she's okay. And when she gets there, she gets in with her family, and this host is gone. But nobody seems perturbed, and it's like she's the only one who cares about her. She thinks of her as her best friend. And I thought it was going to be just this amazing, like, sleuth style true crime podcast element type thing, but the way it ended, and it just didn't make sense to me, and it made me feel like the author doesn't actually listen to true crime, but wanted to kind of jump on the bandwagon and kind of get the marketing media attention because of it's trending right now. So yeah, disappointed in that. Number 5, time to put on your costume. If you could exist in one spooky novel, which one would it be, and who would your best friend be? Does the best friend have to be in that novel that you choose? Wow, that's tough. I mean, that's a hard one for thrillers and horror in general, because typically you don't want to be friends with the people in these books. Although, I mean, I suppose you'd have like a protagonist that's a badass. Let me think here. I feel like this is a good way for me to incorporate a Ruth Ware. So I'm going to say The Death of Mrs. Westaway. This has really awesome gothic, atmospheric vibes, and it includes like a giant mansion. So I wouldn't mind being there. And I really do adore the main character, Harriet, as well. She's like a tarot reader, but she doesn't believe in that. She's very cynical, but she's just very good at perceiving nuances within people and uses that to her advantage in order to make money doing tarot. This is inheritance trope book where she has inherited all of this money, but it's not actually for her, but she's desperate, so she decides to kind of try and pull it off anyway and pretend to be this person that they think she is to see if she can get the money, and shit goes crazy. But this is my favorite with Ruth Ware. Between this and the Turn of the Key. Turn of the Screw? Turn of the Key. Number 6, what's your favorite haunted house book and or television show? So I'm just kind of getting into horror as of late, so I don't have a whole lot of horror knowledge, just an interest and an enthusiasm. But I've seen a lot of TV shows, haunted house. I would say, as far as TV show goes, it would be Blythe Manor. Blythe Manor. Did I say that weird? The Haunting of Blythe Manor. I really liked that one. I thought it was perfectly executed, well done, and I loved just the story in general. If I read or watch a haunted house book, then I want it to come full circle. I want to know why it's haunted. I want to know who the ghosts are. I want there to be a connection between the people that are being haunted and the hauntee and the haunter. Anyway, that one was pretty good. Okay, number 7, the food question. You can only pick one from each. Would you rather A, chocolate or sour candy? Chocolate. Easy, chocolate. B, coffee or tea? Coffee. C, apple or pumpkin pie? Pumpkin pie, every time. It's just nostalgic for me. I love pumpkin pie. Around the holidays. Number 8, show us your favorite book with a witch or a woman who gets screwed over by society and the patriarchy. Ay, geez, ay. I don't have a lot of witch stuff, I know that, but I'm sure I have plenty of women in particular getting screwed by society. Yeah, you know what? This will be a good opportunity to mention this book that I just read, The Other Black Girl by Zakiya Dalila Harris, which definitely is about women getting screwed over by society, and specifically women of color, Black women. I highly recommend this book. If you guys haven't heard of this or haven't read it yet, it's new, just came out June 1st, I think, actually. We're following Nella. She is an editorial assistant assistant at a Wagner publishing house in New York, and she's the only Black girl. And then one day another Black girl shows up and she's very excited to have a little bit more diversity in her workplace, but then she starts getting notes that say leave Wagner now, and she has to figure out why and who, and we get this whole alternate, not alternate past, but like different POV of past women at Wagner Books, and it's all connected, and it's terrifying, and it's genre bending. It's like horror meets thriller meets sci-fi, and I've seen it described as literary. It's real good. It's mind-blowing and disturbing as fuck. Number 9, which book on your shelves or audiobook library has the scariest book cover? Oh, I know this one. I haven't read it yet, but it's terrifying. And that is probably this, Rank Shout. I just think this is, like, I don't know what this is about, really. I just know it's really scary. Looks like a Ku Klux Klan member with creepy mouths for eyes. Can you see? Creepy mouths. And then these hands. I don't know what's happening. In America, demons wear white hoods. Oh, this is one I'm definitely looking forward to reading. I might put this on my TBR for Summerween. We'll see. Number 10, it's Summerween and it's hot outside. What books do you recommend that give summer vibes? Thinks lakes, cabins, beaches, whatever reminds you of summer. Okay. I mean, you definitely have to go with, yeah, the last time I lied, Riley Sager, summer camp vibes. Oh, I would say The Guest List as well by Lucy Foley. It's set on an island. It's like a wedding, although it looks rainy in this, but I still get summer vibes from this. I'm sure there are better examples, but I'm also going to say The Woman in Cabin 10, another rainy book cover, but it's on a cruise, so it's like, that's a summer thing to do, right? 11, you and your friends are exploring a well-known haunted house. You get separated and suddenly you hear screams coming from somewhere upstairs. You run into the next room and find 2 of your friends. Which 2 fictional characters are they? And who do you want in this situation with you? Oh man, okay. So I thought a little bit about this. I would want one friend that is a medium of some sorts, or like psychic, that can like communicate with the ghosts. And then I would want one friend that is strong, that can just like physically protect me if something happens, just like, no, save her, but also entertaining. So for my psychic friend, I'm picking Alison Dubois from the show Medium. And for my strong friend, I am picking Inigo Montoya from The Princess Bride, because he's hilarious and I would trust him in a brawl. Number 12, trick or treat. Stephen King, H.P. Lovecraft, Mary Shelley, and Shirley Jackson are at your front door. Who do you give the best and biggest candy bar to? Okay, well, I haven't read any H.P. Lovecraft, and I'm not sure that his writing is particularly my thing anyway. Shirley Jackson wrote The Haunting of Hill House, I believe. Or was that Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, which I haven't read that either. Did not like The Haunting of Hill House book, liked the show. So the only one that I've actually read anything of that I kind of enjoyed is Stephen King. So it's gotta be Stephen King. I've read 2 Stephen Kings. I've read It and The Outsider. Not sure if I'm a Stephen King fan, but I'm willing to explore more. So if you guys have any recommendations, I'm tempted to read Misery. I'm tempted to read The Institution. I'm tempted to read He Started It. He Started It. No, that's not Stephen King. That's Samantha Downing. What's the one? Later. The new one. Yeah, Later. So let me know what you think of those. Number 13, last question. What is your favorite spooky book to movie adaptation where both of them are good? Ay, ay, ay. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I've physically read and watched any where both of them are good. Haunting of Hill House, loved the show, hated the book. Adaptation. I'm just going to tell you about a show that I watched, actually a movie that I watched yesterday, that Miss Colleen at Little Ghost Creations mentioned, and I watched it and fell in love with it, which is Arrival. I think it's called Arrival with Amy Adams. Never heard of it before. Colleen mentioned it, watched it, Absolutely loved it. It was everything that I look for in my sci-fi, in my aliens, in my thriller. Oh my God, so suspenseful. Beautiful ending. It had some stuff that's kind of a spoiler, so I'm not going to mention it, but stuff that's right up my alley, and I absolutely loved it. Is that a book? Is it a book? Because if it is, I'm down. But yeah, that's going to be it. Let me see. That's all the questions, right? If you're interested in doing this, I'm not going to tag anybody, but just consider yourself tagged if you want to do this, because I don't know who specifically loves just, you know, like thriller and horror books that I follow. But if you're into this stuff, do this tag, do Summerween Readathon, because I'll be doing it there with you. Look out for my Summerween TBR, which I will be posting soon. And that's going to be it for me today, y'all. Cheers! And don't forget that life is short, so read widely. I'll see you next time.